Good morning. Welcome to Strength and Balance. My name is Hannah and I am a senior fitness instructor for Stonebridge Community Services. We are going to get started here with a full body workout. We're using a timer, so we're working for a certain amount of time. 8 exercises. We'll repeat them each 3 times for 30 seconds. We'll take breaks in between. In those breaks, we want to be drinking water. We are going to be using weights for those exercises. Choose a size that feels comfortable and appropriate for you today. And if that means no weights today, that's okay. You just need the space to move around. There won't be anything on the floor today. Everything is standing. And we will also finish with some balance work. All right, let's jump right in. We are going to start with warm-up and then we'll get right to it. So up onto feet. Let's stand up nice and tall and we will march on the spot. Lifting those feet up nice and high, let those arms move forwards and backwards. Good, let's take a nice deep breath, a big inhale. And exhale, lower down, deep breath in. And out. Deep breath. Slowly lower those arms down. Good. Let's pull those shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. Pull those shoulders up and down. Let's lift and lower. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. And let's roll those shoulders forwards. Good, let's bring those arms out to the side, little circles here. And back in the other direction. Good, let's make bigger circles. We're going to reach those arms forwards like we're swimming. Good, and let's go back the other way, big circles. Good, relax those arms here. Let's tap our toes to the sides. Let's tap those heels forwards. Now toes forwards. And heels to the side. Good, let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Switch to the other side, tap your toe and your heel, toe, and heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and again, toe, and heel. Let's bring those feet together and let's tap our toes. And we can wiggle our fingers. Good, let's tap our heels and tap our fingers to our thumb. Good, let's tap toes, both feet at the same time, and let's circle our wrists. Good, back in the other direction. Good, let's tap our heels. Good, relax here. Let's have a hand on some kind of support, the wall of the chair. We're going to swing one leg forwards and backwards. Let's switch to the other side, swing this leg forwards and backwards. Good, feet on the floor. Let's stand with feet hip width apart. We're going to circle our hips nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Excellent, and let's pause here. Good, we are going to begin this workout. Let's start the timer. We're going to use one weight. We're going to do a wide squat. So standing up nice and tall, let's hold that weight close to our chest. Feet wider than hip width, a bit wider than shoulder width. We're going to sink into that wide squat. Keep that chest nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. And we're keeping a nice light grip on that weight. Good, nice deep breaths. Great, pause here, 10 seconds. Just gonna stay in this position. We're gonna repeat that 2 more times. Here we go, 30 seconds. Let's pay attention to that breathing a little bit. Inhale as you sink down. And then you want to exhale as you stand up. A little bit slower as you sink into the squat. Quicker as you stand. Good. 10 seconds. We'll do this one more time. Good. Let's think about keeping the weight in our heels. Good, and nice deep breaths. Relax through the upper body. 10 seconds left. Good. Excellent. Take a break. 45 seconds break between each exercise. We're going to take one weight next, hold at the ends. We're going to do a bicep curl like this. So I'm going to start with my with my weight in front of me. I'm going to curl up, slowly lower down. Let's really focus on a slow lowering. So we can think about 1 second to lift and 1, 2, 3 on the way down, and we can count those together a little bit here too. So standing up nice and tall. 1 to lift, 1, 2, 3 to lower, 1 to lift, 1, 2, 3 to lower. Good. Again, we want to think about our breathing. So inhale as you lower down. Nice big inhale and exhale to lift. Good, 10 seconds, and let's repeat that 2 more times. Here we go. Good, relax through that through your shoulders. Shoulders are away from your ears. And deep breaths always. Good, 10 seconds. Last one here. As we're standing, we can think about core muscles, so pulling that belly button in towards your spine a little bit. Good, there's some extra core engagement. 5 seconds. Good. We can pop the weight down. Grab a drink if you need it. Let's pick up that weight again. We're standing with feet hip width and knees nice and soft. I'm going to hold the weight here at my in the center of my body. It's not quite at my chest, it's a little bit lower. I'm going to rotate through that upper body from one side to the other. Keep those hips facing forwards and move nice and slowly. Very good. Here we go. We want, again, to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Nice deep breaths. Good, back to center. Let's do that again. There we go. Think about the hips facing forwards. And with your breathing, you can breathe out as you move away from center. And remember, we're just going as far as we comfortably can. Good. 10 seconds. Let's do that again. Here we go. Good, nice deep breaths. About 10 seconds left. It's a nice slow movement, this one. Good, back to center. Excellent. Switching back to lower body now. Again, we're going to grab that weight. Going to hold here at your chest. We're going to do a forward lunge. So I'm at the top end of my mat. I'm going to take a step forwards, bend that front knee. And as I'm doing so, you can see my back knee is coming towards the floor. Just go as far as that feels comfortable. Could be a very small movement. Maybe you really like to bend your knees and you can do a big movement. Step back to feet together, and then we'll switch to the other side. Good, nice and slowly. Keeping that chest tall. Shoulders relaxed. And that nice easy grip on your weight. Good, 10 seconds. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Can be tricky with balance when we're doing a lunge. So let's try and move nice and slowly. We're not trying to get as many repetitions as possible. We're just taking our time. With our shoulders relaxed. We're standing up tall. Good. 10 seconds. And then we'll repeat this one more time. Inhale as you sink into that lunge. Exhale as you stand up. Good. Weight down for a moment. Excellent. Let's pick up back to upper body. I'm going to hold the weight here high at my chest. So kind of about shoulder height, but in front of me. I'm going to push this weight right up and then slowly lower down. So push and inhale down. So an overhead press, but we're just using the one weight and using both hands. Here we go. We want to think in a similar way to that bicep curl. So it takes 1 second or a count of 1 to push up and then 3 to lower down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Good. Good. 2 more rounds of that. Here we go. Here's another exercise where we can pull that belly button in towards your spine. So we're engaging those core muscles. Good. Excellent. All right, one last round of these. Nice easy grip on that weight. Straight up and slowly lower down. Good. Really think about breathing out as we push up. Inhale as you lower down. Good. And pop the weight down. And take a break from the weight for the next one. We're going to stand with our feet, knees soft. I'm going to take reach for my opposite toe. Stand up. Repeat the other way. It's a very hip hinge movement. So pull that belly button in, engage those core muscles. I'm keeping a flat back. I also have that little bit of rotation, engaging those core muscles a lot, but a nice flat back from your tailbone to the top of your head and keeping that hip hinge in mind. Here we go. Make sure we keep those knees nice and soft. Good. Breathing out as you reach down. Breathing in as you come back up. Good. 10 seconds. And we'll repeat this a couple more times here. Good, and breathing out as you come down to reach for that opposite toe. Breathing out, breathing in as we stand. Good. 10 seconds, we'll do that one more time. Good, deep breaths. Last one. Great, 45 seconds. We're going to switch back to a lower body, just 2 exercises left here. I'm going to hold this weight again at my chest, this one weight. We're going to do a curtsy. So a nice little cross between a squat and a lunge. I'm taking my right leg, going to step behind me. So that leg is going to come diagonally back. It's in line with that front leg. And from here, I'll bend my knees and sink down and stand. Feet back to that start position. Switch to the other side. Good. Here we go, holding that weight, nice relaxed grip. Nice and slowly as you sink down. Again, the amount of knee bend is kind of up to you. So whatever feels comfortable and sustainable. We want to move nice and slowly because this foot position means there's a little balance challenge. Good. 4 seconds. Great. 10 seconds. We'll repeat that two times. Here we go. Good. Chest is tall, shoulders are relaxed. I'm inhaling as I sink down, exhaling as I stand back up. Okay, 10 seconds. Good, let's repeat this. Good, relax through the shoulders. Deep breaths. Excellent. One more exercise to go. We're going to do an upright row with one weight. Feet hip width, knees soft, holding the weight at its ends. We'll lift elbows, lift that weight up so it's about chest height. You can see my upper arms are parallel with the floor. My elbows are nice and high, but my shoulders are not lifted. They're not up like this. My shoulders are relaxed. And then I lower the weight down. So lift and lower. Good, here we go, 30 seconds. Let's think again about lifting for 1, 2, 3 as we lower. Lift, 1, 2, 3. Lift, 1, 2, 3. Good, nice and slowly as we come down. Good. Great. Let's break here for 10 seconds and repeat that 2 more times. Let's make sure that those shoulders are relaxed. We're not lifting our shoulders, just lifting from the elbows. Good. Breathing out as you lift and breathing in as you lower down. Good. 10 seconds. And let's repeat. Good. Deep breaths. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you slowly lower. Wonderful. Great, good work, everybody. Good. Grab a drink if you want to, and then we will get into balance. When we're balancing, we want to make sure that we are within arm's reach of some kind of support furniture, the table, chair, the back of the sofa, the island, whatever it might be. Make sure you are close to it and that it's something sturdy that can support your weight. I'm always next to the wall here. You can just see it. So we're going to stand. We usually move everything out of the way before we begin. We're going to stand with our feet one in front of the other. Feet nice and relaxed, knees soft, and we're standing up tall. If you need more stability, take this front foot forwards or bring it out to the side. Feet should be relaxed here. Standing up tall. Going to take one hand to the ceiling. And then the other. Arms out to the side. Let's bring one forward, one backwards. Good, let's go the other way. Forwards and backwards. And back to center. Relax those arms. Let's switch our feet around. Again, knees nice and soft. Feet relaxed. Let's take our arms to the side. We're going to aeroplane. One arm up, one arm down. Good, and relax those arms down. Excellent. Let's sidestep our feet. Not too fast. One side to the other. Standing tall here. We can bring our arms out to the sides. And now as we step, we're going to lift one knee and hold. Step and lift. Step and lift. Good, and let's keep repeating this. Step and lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Good, a couple more. Good, and relax. Excellent. Standing with our feet a little wider than hip width here, we're going to shift our weight from one foot to the other. So we're lifting up through our heels. Good, nice and slowly. Just moving that weight and moving that center of gravity from one foot to the other. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear that, but one leg is clicking really loudly. It's not painful, but I don't know why it's being so dramatic. Let's move our arms a bit as I move one way. I'm going to push my hand in that same direction. Still keeping my feet on the floor, but I'm leaning over a little bit more as I push that hand. Good. And now as I reach, I'm going to reach across my body. So pushing all that weight into one foot. Excellent. Let's relax those arms. We're going to step one foot and then the other, lifting our feet up nice and high. Excuse me. Pausing on each foot just a little bit. Good. As you step onto the left foot, let's raise the right and let's hold like this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the right foot, raise the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the left foot, raise the right. Let's bring those arms up in a Y shape. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. We're going to stand with our feet hip width. We're going to push up onto our tiptoes, lower down, and then lift our toes. You want to keep your knees nice and soft here, especially as you lift the toes. And make sure that support is within an arm's reach. Good, nice and slow. Good, let's pause there. We're going to do our drinking bird exercise. I'm going to stand on my left foot. I'm going to hinge at the hip forwards and raise my right leg behind me and then come back so my feet are both on the floor. I'm going to make sure I have a big bend in my left knee or a good bend in my left knee. And I'm hinging forwards nice and slowly. As my chest comes forward, that right leg lifts, it's a little fast, right leg lifts up. And then I should be balanced. Just moving slowly. Good. I'm going to reach both hands forward. And again. Good. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. Standing on the right foot. Hinge forward, lift the left. Good, nice and slowly. Holding on to support if you need to. See if you can reach hands, one hand or two hands forwards as you do this. Good, one last time. Good, and feet on the floor. Excellent. Let's do a little bit on one foot here. I'm going to stand close to my support here. I'm going to stand on my right foot, raise the left, standing up nice and tall. Finding something to focus on that isn't moving. Spot or object on the wall. Good, try and be nice and relaxed here. Relax on that right foot that's on the floor. Relax through that knee. Good. Let's take one hand up to the ceiling. If you can, take the second hand up. Hands together. Down towards your chest, and let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's switch. Standing on the left foot, raise the right. Knee nice and soft, stand up tall. Looking forwards. Good, let's take one hand to the ceiling. And the other hand, hands together. And let's come down towards your chest position. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And feet on the floor. Excellent. All right, it's stretch time. Stick an arm across our body. Let's hold here, stretch through that shoulder, through that upper arm. Let's switch to the other side. Good, let's take one hand up to the ceiling. We're going to bend at the elbow, hand behind your back. You can use this other hand to stabilize this elbow here. Good, relax this arm. Let's switch to the other side. Hand to the ceiling, bend at the elbow, hand behind your back. Use this other hand to stabilize. Good, relax this arm nice and slowly. Let's have a seat. Grab my chair. I'm going to sit right back in our chair. Your chest. Let's Good. We're going to point that toe and lift, point, and lift. Toes to the left and the right, to the left and the right. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Pull that knee in. Let's circle this ankle. Back in the other direction. Good. Let's point that toe and lift, point, and lift. Toes to the left, the right, left, and right. Good. Feet on the floor. Let's sit forward in our chair. Stretch one. No, you can't see my feet. Sorry. Stretch one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. Let's hinge forward at the hip. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Heel on the floor, toes to the ceiling. Good, and let's sit up. Excellent. Come up to feet. We're going to reach our arms behind us, reach for the back of the room, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Nice tight squeeze and a pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. Hope to see you again next time.